I am so excited to share more about my multi-month journey. There's 3 different options, and with them, they are each able to be personalized. The first one is Healing Journey Magic. It's 6 months through audio calls, specifically with an intention to permanently resolve any type of implicit health challenge. And when you look at the free introductory playbook, it shows 50 examples of specific types of implicit health disruptions that can experience profoundly liberating resolution through this 6 months journey with me, applying concepts from my Implicit Revelations case study and practices through my Sacred Soul sessions as well. The second one is a multi-month marathon, where every week I guide you through 1 hour of subconscious unveiling. And then you practice the subconscious transformation personalized marathon prescription on your own in the days between. Every day you practice that, and then we meet once a week for the guided journey. And in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you get to choose the container. There is a profound sense of unveiling and transformation through trillions of energetic pathways in the body-mind. And the process of reunification with self-aspects is beyond anything you can imagine. It is the most, you've never felt so whole and so at home and so unified and so complete, and such a great sense of loving liberation. And that's like an understatement. And then the third type of journey is the Liberating Consciousness 3 to 6 month personalized program. And this one has the most flexibility with what's actually applied and how the journey unfolds. And so there's the starter kit is 12 video calls, and those could be every week or twice a month, depending on if you want it to be 3 months, 6 months, or how you want it to be, because everyone is personalized. But we go through all 12 of my different sacred soul session offerings. And so the first week we might go through treasure trove tete-a-tetes and have an understanding of body-mind structures and how they develop into existence, how they're organized, how they operate, how they're constantly impacting personal experience, who the self is within and beyond it, just kind of an abstract overview and an introduction to the liberated consciousness diagram. And we might establish your personal intentions for the journey, and it's kind of just like a foundational thing. And then we'll end that first call with a little healing journey play for loving liberation, some kind of practice that you can take out of it and actually apply in the days between that first call and our next call. And that'll be kind of the structure of each one, as we'll kind of go through a process of learning some new stuff and discussing stuff and kind of, applying all the different magical concepts of my Sacred Soul sessions to fulfill your healing journey intentions for loving liberation. And then each call ends with, okay, how can we actually apply this? How can you actually use everything we just talked about and create something that actually somatically feels like loving liberation in your everyday reality moving forward? And, with 12 calls, it's going to be 12 different practices that you're integrating as you go. And so it's this constant quantum catalyzer. Every call is leaping you forward, and then as you're growing and evolving and learning and healing and expanding in this process, you're really creating a very powerful foundation for the years to come. If you spend 3 to 6 months creating this foundation of healing and liberation and practicing meditative self-love and understanding your body-mind and understanding your soul self and nourishing your attachment systems and reconstructing unconscious memories and reunifying with trillions of parts of yourself, and just having an understanding of divine consciousness flowing through the human experience and where the loving liberation can be and who you are, and all these different amazing tools and just so many amazing possibilities. Those few months, even just with 12 video calls or more, because you can always add on, but that's going to create a really, really, really strong foundation moving forward. And then imagine 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, you will still be reaping the benefits of everything that we went through along this journey. So it really is a quantum catalyst. You're not just investing in, a video call with someone named Kristen. Like, that's like irrelevant. Like, that's not what this is. It's so cool. It's so much more than that. We're learning this magical concepts to totally explode your reality. And then you're cultivating these practices that will actually create change from the inside out. And we're doing this day after day, week after week, month after month. And this creates such a powerful foundation that you can still use these tools and practices and insights and concepts and modalities and techniques and all of it way down your journey when you've forgotten who the heck I am. So it's really just a powerful journey, and I speak from profound experience because every single one of these concepts and practices has changed my life. Like, they've given me my life back when that was impossible. They've given me back when that was impossible. And they make sense of literally everything, every sensation, every thought, every feeling, every action pattern, every response, everything, and give you power to transform it, to transmute it, to evolve it. And the expansion of awareness and inner power, embodiment and reclamation, and just the reunification of self-aspects and the understanding of the human experience and body-mind navigation and regulation. Like, it is powerful and it is beautiful and it was fun and enjoyable and expansive and just incredible beyond anything I could put into words. Okay, so sorry, I got a little something in my eye. The excitement of it all. And so the 3 to 6 month loving liberation, liberating consciousness, personalized program is a combination of all the different 12 Sacred Soul Session offerings that I've created. And each one of them comes with a free introductory playbook. A lot of them are like 10, 20, 30, 40 pages. And so you can skim through and really get a feel of what's actually offered. I made sure to include lots of magical detail and insight and inspiration and just deep clarity on what value is actually being offered here, what kind of stuff we're actually going to dive deep into. So you can explore that for more details into each one of these. So, for example, and again, this is the Liberating Consciousness one. There's also Healing Journey Magic, which is specifically to permanently resolve an implicit health challenge. And then there's the multi-month marathon, which is specifically a marathon journey. Every session is a guided experience through the unveiling marathon technique I've created. But this one, this third option for a multi-month journey with me is... It's so magical. It's so magical. It's so magical. It's a combination of all of the different offerings in a way that fulfills your intentions. So it's going to look different for everyone. And you might not want to go through all of them, or you might want to go through all of them and continue exploring all of them. Or maybe we might have a focal point once we dive into all the possibilities. Okay. But for example, the first week we might go through a treasure trove tete-a-tete. The second week we might go through treasure mapping and then apply everything we've kind of learned about, and then create these personalized treasure maps so that you understand the structure of trillions of energetic pathways in your body-mind, how they're affecting realities for consciousness, and how you can use this awareness to further expand implicit well-being and unity with self-aspects, and or transform or transmute anything that's disrupting that, any pattern in unconscious memories, for example, that is disrupting your implicit well-being. And then the third week we might go through the discover the roots of personal experience and the sacred mini marathon journey and some of the additional intentions with that. The fourth week we might, from that platform of an introduction to social self-engagement practices and meditation, we might go through social soul self in week number 4 and learn this meditative self-hypnotic practice, this inward journey to create loving liberation through imaginative hypnosis of social self-engagement. And then week 5 we might do a mystical odyssey imaginative, which is another inward guided journey, but instead of teaching you a practice, I'll be serving as a channeled guide through a higher vibrational experience that fulfills a specific intention in a way that can only be explained by mysticism. And I won't say anything more than that because it's magic. And then we might go from there. We might focus on nourishing attachment systems and do some inner child play for loving liberation. Or we might go into a taste test of the subconscious unveiling marathon technique. Or we might return to more treasure mapping and kind of reassess how things are growing and transforming and evolving since our first treasure mapping session. We might go into a consciousness consultation and kind of explore the divinity of consciousness independent of all these automations, and expand into the process of spiritual awakening. We might explore more of the treasure trove Tate and kind of return to this foundational understanding about these structures from the inside out. We might return to the social self-engagement and kind of stick with that one practice week after week for the second or third months, and really hone in on social self-engagement and how you can apply that to create loving liberation. So there's lots of different possibility here. There's so much magic. So if any of these even slightly intrigue you and you're like, what the heck is she talking about? A mystical odyssey imaginative, a marathon journey? Like, what? Treasure trove, Tate, liberated consciousness diagrams and treasure mapping, social soul self, inward imagination ignitions. Like, what is this? I invite you to explore my free introductory playbooks. There's lots of magic, and again, each one is like 10, 20, 30, 40 pages, and that is not to be overwhelming. That is to provide all the insight so you know what you're investing in. You can look at something and be like, oh, those are fun, like bullet points of like what you might get from it, but this kind of vague in general, and what if it doesn't actually like happen or whatever. And so I wanted to be as detailed as possible to let you know what value you're actually getting, what we're actually diving into, what you're actually getting out of it. And from the understanding of that value, then you can have more expanded awareness to really choose what's best for you. Is this one type of sacred soul session one time will serve as a quantum catalyst for you, or do each of them have something to offer and you're ready for a multi-month journey? So I invite you to check out the free introductory playbooks, and you can just skim them and read the stuff that interests you or seems like it's important along your journey. And you can contact me through email to schedule a one-time quantum catalyst call, or to inquire about that multi-month journey and see how it might be personalized for you. And then if you are interested in diving into some of these concepts, rewiring unconscious memories, nourishing your internal attachment systems, reunifying with self-aspects, practicing social self-engagement, practicing meditation in fun new ways that create transformation and rewiring in your body-mind while kind of just having fun and chilling. You can also explore my content creations. I have dozens of different loving liberation launch pads, and they are self-guided journeys. So all the stuff that I serve as a guide through in sacred soul sessions and multi-month journeys, it's kind of all of that magic, but in a content creation form of playbooks and videos. And then you have a self-guided journey to go through that process on your own, at your own time, in your own way. And I also have a merchandise store, which is kind of fun too. You can wear a t-shirt or have a mug with some mantras and just call it a day. So I invite you to check out all of my magic. Again, there's these 3 types of multi-month journeys. Each one is personalized to fulfill your specific intention, and they all have kind of a general blueprint of what's included, what they offer, whatnot, and then we shift the details of what that actually looks like applied through several months to fulfill what you are desiring to achieve in your healing journey of loving liberation. Or if you just want to dive into a one-time sacred soul session, those are available also, and you can just choose which sacred soul session offering shares what could be of greatest benefit for you at this time. And then again, if you're interested in self-guided journeys, I have dozens of those as well. And again, these are all things that have changed my life. I rebuilt my brain from the ground up, resculpted my body-mind from the ground up, reunified my self-aspects from absolute nothingness into a greater sense of wholeness and fullness and homeness than ever before. And it was through these exact practices, modalities, concepts, techniques, and journeys that the absolute impossible was effortlessly and enjoyably accomplished, which is why I'm so excited to share this with you. So check out all my free introductory playbooks. There's nice web pages and playbook documents that share about each of the self-guided journeys, each of the sacred soul session offerings, each of the multi-month journeys. Lots of amazing insight, information, inspiration, video links, all kinds of goodies, so you know exactly what is offered, exactly the magic, exactly the value, exactly the boundless potential of each of these offerings, and you can find what resonates, find the vibe that fits you. And you're reading through and you're like, yes, you know, I resonate with that, I vibe with that, we get down on that, that's gonna fuel my soul, that's gonna bring me some magical shifts. Yes, that one, not so much, maybe this one. And so you can find which one just perfectly fits you, and I would be honored to connect with you. Yeah, you can reach out through email with any clarifying questions, or to schedule a session or order a copy of any of the self-guided journeys. And then there's also the merchandise store as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I also have lots of free libraries. So if you haven't already checked that out, you can check out all the free libraries. There's free gifts, free download playbooks, free libraries of implicit revelations, case study stuff, and video collections, and all kinds of magic. So check that out as well. Thank you for being you, and thank you for being here, and I'll catch you later.